Welcome back to the Garza Gaming Channel. Today we're going to talk about the 9.6 bonus update. There has been a last minute change to the bonus update. So if you actually went to their website and checked out what all gods were getting nerfed 2 days ago, it has changed as of about 20 to 22 hours ago. So hey man, what gods did they add to this nerf? I don't know, but we're about to find out. Let's get into it. So here we go with our bonus 9.6 update. Now this actually came out earlier, I believe yesterday or late day before yesterday. What's today? The 24th. So either late June 22 or early June 23, right? But it got changed again. They actually added more nerfs to different gods probably about 20 hours ago. Now, right now it's June 24th. So in about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's get into this, man, because a lot of y'all probably seen the early version of this bonus update, but are not aware of the additions that they added or the additional gods that they added to this nerfs. So one of the biggest things that's going to come out of this is what everybody's waiting for, right? That Bok Horus. So that Bok Horus will be coming out on the 28th when this bonus update goes live. I'm actually going to look at that to see what it takes to get it, because I think it looks pretty cool myself. But the first guy on the chopping block, we already knew it was coming, right? And that's going to be Lancelot. So what's going to happen with Lancelot is they're actually going to nerf both of his attacks that he has, right? So his piercing thrust, they're actually going to reduce this from 60, 105, 150, 195, and 240 to 50, 90, 130, 170, and 210. So late game, you're going to be losing 30 base damage. They didn't touch the scaling of either of these attacks I'm going to talk about. They just reduced the base damage of them. Now the second one, his bash attack, right, where he bashes and then he swipes with the actual lance. Well, the swiping part of that attack got decreased in damage, base damage. So it went from 70, 120, 170, 220, and 270 to 70. So they didn't mess with the first level. 110, 150, 190, and 230. So another 40 damage late game on this attack. So that's pretty significant, actually. Are we going to see a difference in his damage output? I think we are, to tell you the truth. A 30 and a 40 base damage difference is huge, especially in Arena. Chernbog. I don't know why they nerfed this. I guess Chernbog is pretty strong in some of the other modes, but I really don't see Chernbog too much in Arena. But his crystallized curses, they decrease the detonate base damage from 50, 80, 110, 140, 170 to 40, 70, 110, 130, and 160. So pretty much 10 base damage across the board. And then they decrease his power scaling from 80% to 70%. Dude, that is a huge nerve to his crystallized curses. Now his ult, Living Nightmare, they decrease the bonus movement from 30% to 25%. So they reduced it by 5%. Olar. Olar actually got another nerf. His bladed arrow, they decreased the base damage from 80, 130, 180, 230, and 280 to 60, 110, 160, 210, and 260. So late game, they decreased the base damage by 20, right? Which is pretty big. And his Invigorate, they reduced the movement speed on this one late game by 10%. Now, as you notice, they ended up hitting two hunters, but for us in Arena, I mean, these are two pretty much niche type hunters. You really don't see a Chernbog too much in Arena. You don't really see an Olar, but the Olars that you do see Arena are usually really OP, right? It's usually players that know how to use them very, very well most of the time. At least that's what I've been seeing. So having them being able to do less damage is going to be a plus for me because I'm not an Olar player, but I do happen to face them a lot in Arena. Another god that we don't really see in Arena too much, but is also getting a nerf is Nemesis. Now, I have seen a few Nemesis here of late, but overall, over the last months, especially since 9.4, I didn't see too many of them. And what they're going to do with Nemesis is actually nerf her ult. So her Divine Judgment, they decrease the protections debuff by 5%, they decrease their protection self buff by 5%, they decrease the movement slow by 5% across the board, and to decrease the movement speed self buff by 5% across the board. So she's getting a 5% nerf all on every category of divine judgment, which 5% is a lot, dude, to tell you the truth, for a god like this. Now, Mercury, I've seen a bunch of Mercuries in Arena of late. So, its fastest god alive decreased the physical power bonus of the next basic attack from 0.08 per unit travel to 0.06. So the maximum decreased damage by 10%. That's a pretty big nerf, man. That is definitely a pretty big nerf. And then the Sonic Boost, boom, they increased the cooldown by 10 seconds. That's not going to really matter much, I don't think. Now, AMC. AMC is another god that you see not a lot, but you do see him every now and then in arena. Now, for him, all they did is pretty much nerfed the cooldown on his ult by 10 seconds, which is going to mean nothing to this guy. I'm telling you right now, AMC in Arena is freaking OP. I love playing him, dude. I can do so much damage with this god. So I'm kind of, it's a double-edged sword, man. I'm kind of happy that they didn't touch him too much, but I'm surprised that they didn't, right? For the amount of damage that he does. But I guess in Conquest and the other modes, he's not as powerful as he's been in Arena. And then Freya. Freya's another god I haven't seen too frequent in Arena of late. But she is very OP. In fact, I'm working on a build for Freya right now that has been working out beautifully. But for her, what they ended up doing is they decreased her base damage from 35, 45, 55, 65, and 75 to 30, 40, 50, 60, and 70. So pretty much they took away 5 base damage across the board for Freya. 5 damage, I don't think is going to be much for this guy, to tell you the truth. So I'm not too worried about her. So expect to see her build video coming out here soon. But that's pretty much it for the bonus update video for 9.6, man. The biggest thing to remember is it's going to come out June 28th, and that's when we're getting that Bok horse, man. But hey, man, what do you think about these nerfs and bugs that we gotten in 9.6, man? Especially with this bonus update notes for 9.6. Do you think other hunters, more frequently used hunters, should have got nerfed instead of the ones that we saw here? Hey, put your feedback in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think, right? And again, don't forget, June 28th, that's when this goes live, this upcoming Tuesday. So for all y'all haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel so you get, freaking updates like this when they do some changes to Smite. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm Dark Garza, your OG on the GC. See you next time.